Good morning and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Academy's Healers Training Tele Summit 2020. This Tele Summit is the first of its kind, and our expert teacher trainer today comes with the only of its kind of program or modality to learn for self, for healing, to help others, and even teach others as a certified practitioner. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute delight to introduce you, or should I say, reintroduce you, to our expert speaker today. She is a word scientist with the ability to decode messages of individual energies as well as universal energies of our time. This intuitive planetary reader is moon worker, pain exterminator, clearing expert, retrograde specialist, owner and sharer of the world's fastest healing modality. She is CEO of Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies, and Speedster is her middle name. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause, please welcome in Nidhu B. Kapoor. Nidhu, welcome in.
Hi, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here Sunday morning, spending time with y'all. Amazing. What more could we ask for? So, thank you so much, Nilu, for introducing and let's get this show on the road.
Absolutely. But why, Nidhu? Yes, why? Why, Nidhu, is Speedster your middle name?
Okay, this is okay. This is a little bit personal because actually, Neelu is very familiar with this series called The Flash. And in The Flash, they use the moniker Speedster. And when Neelu started doing some of this work and realized how fast it is, she started hashtagging my posts with hashtag Speedster. And from there, well, it just stuck. So, Neelu, it came from you. Thank you.
Well, I can for on this Tele Summit, and likely the first and probably the last Tele Summit that I'll ever be able to claim the fact that I created this.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, Nidhu, with that, with okay, that's your name, but seriously, I out of personal experience, and you just mentioned it, I have been through this. It is one of the fastest shifts I've experienced. It takes a second to say it, just about another to experience it, and then another second to say, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, actually, Neelu, that's true because the speed of the results as well as the speed of the execution, because it takes just 1 second to either say it or look at it, it can actually startle you. It can actually make you wonder, can something be this easy? Can something be this simple? Like most of us think that healing has to be this very complicated process of words and rituals and mantras and to-do lists. And when you come across this work where it's so simple and it's so easy, it does take you aback. Like, I got locked into my bedroom during this time, the lockdown time. And when that happens, it's happened once before, it has to be opened from the outside. Now, because of the lockdown, clearly, if I had to receive help, first they would have to break down my front door. Then they would have to break down my bedroom door. I just gave the decree. In 2 seconds, the doorknob opened. And in fact, this morning, my fan went off. And I was like, it's too hot. I need my fan. I gave the decree. In a minute, the fan started working. So
amazing.
yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal because its usage is across anything and everything, anyone and everyone. Like Neelu, did I tell you about the time that, you know, we'll call her Sonia. So Sonia's son is a cricketer and he had to go for a very important tournament and it was very cloudy and he wasn't sure the tournament would happen, but he had to play because the tournament was going to decide his chance at a championship. So he was pretty worried about the cloudy skies, about the possibility of rain. They gave the decrees, the tournament happened, the match happened, the sun came out, and his mood was also better. Like he went in like a winner. And all it took was about 5 minutes for this mother to sit with her son, give the decrees, and off he went.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. That's so super cool. And well, obviously, Nidhu, the results are experienced by those who are learning from you, who've learned from you, or who even come on for a session with you, right?
So
And right. So, Nidhu, it's obviously the question here is, well, for me, obviously, to ask is what is a decree?
it's a great question. So, decrees are the most powerful words known. All words are powerful, but some words are more powerful. Some words are a law unto themselves. Some words carry the force of cosmic creation and cosmic destruction. Some words are so compelling that the universe has no choice but to make them come true. These words are decrees. Like everything's energy, right?
Right.
And energy is nothing but a vibratory, sentient frequency. We're all constantly vibrating. We're all constantly emitting a frequency. We're all constantly putting out a vibe, a resonance. Whatever or whoever we see, hear, touch, smell, taste is also vibrating. We respond or react to the vibrations we come across, and others respond and react to our vibration. Words are a vibration. Decrees are words with very high vibration. They carry a frequency that, when used in a certain way, heal faster than anything else I've ever come across. Decrees can take us from low vibrations of fear based decisions, which is so prevalent right now, right? And ego
Right.
based power games, also so prevalent because all of us are locked up at home with each other. What will we do? At some point, we will start fighting. The
Right.
decrees can take us from such a state to a high vibration of guided answers and win win solutions. The decrees work at all levels you can think of: head, heart, emotions, thoughts, behaviors simultaneously. Which means that when you use a decree, let us say that you're going to use it for your headache, it will work on your digestion. It will work on your posture. It will work on your breathing. In one shot, multiple levels of you that are not doing okay will start doing okay. You know, like B, let's call her B. When B came to me, her left foot was so red and purple and swollen that she could not even stand, leave alone walk. It was completely numb because the
Right.
feet have to do with moving forward. We gave some decrees on moving forward. And the moment we gave the decree, it crossed her mind that there is so much childhood trauma that she has gone through. And this is very important in working with a decree because a decree will give you insights. A decree will give you reasons why. A decree will let you know what's really going on with whatever you are dealing with. So, moment she realized this about the traumatic, terrible childhood, we started decreeing it away. In less than 3 minutes, her foot started feeling better. In the next 2 minutes, she could move her foot with no pain at all. And when she did that, she remembered a memory with her mother. We worked on that memory, and in another 2 minutes, the numbness had also gone. She could put weight on her foot and she could start walking. It was just absolutely incredible. And what she hadn't told me was that she was also suffering from depression because her health is not being very good. In that moment, in that time, her depression also lifted. We didn't do any work on the depression, but it went. And that's the power of any great healing modality, where it will start realigning, reaffirming, redoing everything that's out of whack.
Amazing. I'm just gonna say, like, wow and how, like triple exclamations.
I love that. I do hear quite a bit of it. In fact, I remember one time we were working, this client and I, and she went into complete silence in 2 minutes. And she said, I can't believe that after years and years of guilt, I finally don't feel it. I can't believe that I could be guilt free. I can't believe this freedom I am having right now. Like, it was so unbelievable. She couldn't really speak for those 2 minutes. So, wow and how, all thanks to the decrees. In fact,
Amazing.
yeah, in fact, why don't I do this for everybody? So let me give you a energetic way that the decrees work. Like, a decree has destruction codes, which is demolition codes. A decree has fulfillment codes, which are creation codes. Why don't I make you all experience some demolition codes?
Yes, please, absolutely. And the questions are flying in. So as you would like to do it, we'll do this, and then we'll take these everyone's questions on.
Fantastic. Because remember, in the process, your own guidance will open up, your gut instinct will open up, your intuition will open up. The 4 gifts of clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, and clairaudience automatically start opening up when you work with the decrees. So, for everything that you have asked, especially if you've asked about something personal, see what answers come to you. Right now, think about what is troubling you and give it a rating on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is not at all and 10 is very high. Just rate the intensity of how much this is bothering you. And while you do that, I'm going to have water. Everybody, I trust that you all are using turbocharged water. I put it up in the group.
And while everyone's rating it, Nidhu, why don't you tell us about the turbocharged water once again?
Let me do that. So the turbocharged water is water that is charged with a decree. You take a glass of water or an open bottle, and in the mouth of the glass or the bottle, you say, yes, I am healthier and wealthier now. Then on the side of the glass, you repeat the sentence. Yes, I am healthier and wealthier now. Then you slightly swirl the water so that it doesn't spill out. Have a sip, and you will see that the water is either sweeter or cooler, like just like that, in those 3 seconds.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you add them onto a unicorn cup, it's fairy tale magic.
Oh, I remember the unicorn cup. Oh, it's lovely. Are you using the unicorn cup right now?
Yes, I absolutely. I've been sipping it all throughout.
Nice. Nice.
Nidhu, would you like people to put their SUDs up put them up as well, or just to keep it on track and then see after that and then put up the new one
Put the
as a
record.
comparison?
Yeah, put the record. So put it on
Put
the
it, okay.
group. And
Right.
then
So
when
people,
yeah, sorry, Neelu, go ahead.
no, please go ahead, Nidhu, please go ahead. I was just going to say the same thing. Please go ahead.
And when you've put your number down, after we've done the demolition codes, I want you to re-look at this number and give me the fresh number. But give it to me tagging your previous post. So it becomes easier for Neelu to see what shifts are taking place, what changes are taking place. Is everybody ready?
Yes. Yes.
And yes is the only answer you can give me when I ask you a question. So yes is a power decree. It's a single word decree. All right, my darlings. Demolition codes on way to everybody right now. Sit with your palms open. Just receive. Allow the process to do whatever it does. Demolition codes in place. Started demolition. Hand done. And take your time. Have tons of turbocharged water. Don't be in a hurry to come out. Sometimes the demolition code can grip you as it's doing its work. Be at peace. When you feel ready, then start moving your hands, limbs, and tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Nice. Any reaction you have?
Yes. Yes. The earlier when I was sipping the water, I was sipping it, just sipping it because I like sipping water. While this thing was going on, I was taking bigger sips because I was feeling thirst. My mouth started feeling dehydrated. So I was
Super.
taking bigger sips of
Super.
water.
And you know this, Neelu, but I'll just share with everybody. The moment thirst comes up, it means energies are shifting in the body. The moment you yawn, burp, sigh, release your shoulders, cough, sneeze, all of these are signs of energies shifting. So if they come up, superb. And now, especially for those of y'all who are very sensitive, I am going to switch to a creation code. Now, a creation code, when it comes in, it gives you the power to make sure that whatever you're dealing with, you have the answers, you have the guidance, you have the support systems, you have the resources to make it get better. So a creation code comes in when we've already used a destruction code, because we've now made space for our awareness to pick up on what is being revealed. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Or does anybody need some more time?
Okay, so there are people have begun to post their reactions to this, and they've also begun posting the SUDs, the change in the SUDs. And there are also questions coming up. So would you like me to call out a few, Nidhu, or would you like to complete the process and then come back to this?
No, I would love to speak to somebody. In fact, more than somebody, I would love to speak to somebody's. Please bring them on.
Fantastic. Before I go on to people who, the SUDs and the changes and the responses and reactions they've had, Nidhu, right at the beginning, when you were, spoken about your fan, there was Bhavna wrote and said, "That's wow. Can you give the decree for the fan to work? My mom's fan has stopped working for the last 2 days." So please,
Definitely.
Nidhu, help Bhavna,
Definitely.
Bhavna's mom.
So because the fan had stopped working, because the was jammed, I gave the creation code decree. And the creation code decree is very simple. It's very similar to the demolition code decree. The fact is that if you address what is going on and give it an allowance, which is just 2 words, which is you can. I told the door, you can open now. I told the fan, you can start working now. The power of the you can and the now is what creates the magic. So go ahead, try it. Now, in case the fan is so far gone that it can't work, the answer will come to you. Oh, for this, I need to call somebody. But give it a shot. In fact, for the fan, I gave the decree about 4 times. So for you, Bhavna, give the decree 8 times.
Because she's giving it for her mother?
Not at all, because I see that the fan does have something that's either short circuited or a wire has come off.
And there are no electricians available right now with the lockdown. So yes, I
Thank you, God,
right,
to them.
right, right. And very interesting questions have come up, Nidhu, which I would bring. Sanjay, you've asked a very interesting question, and I will come back to it a little in a little quick bit, and taking Nidhu taking you into everyone's responses and reactions for right now. And before that, may I add, all of you are asking separate questions. They're fantastic questions. Thank you so much. We're going to be bringing them up as well. So Nidhu, there are people who had written in. Okay, so Bhavna also said that it's sweeter, the water. Okay, so Asma had purpose and direction in life at 8, okay, which came down to 5. And then Punita said that she felt some heaviness on her lower legs, ankles onwards, also feeling tension on my shoulders, and she was yawning. Bhavna went from a 7 on 10 to a 1 on 10.
Wow.
And she said her left palm was heavier during the decree process. Connie has written that sorry, Nidhu, you were saying something?
No, I just said got it. Sorry, I was responding to you. Please go ahead.
Right. Connie has written the theme changed and started with a 10. Feel more at peace now. It's around a 5 now. Vandana went from an 8 to a 5 and has felt a tingling sensation in her tailbone. And Chaya says that I was moving even before you were done. Abhijit felt heavy for a few moments, then felt light. Vrinda burped. Mehek went from 7 to a 5 now. Chaya shoulder pain was 6, now at 4. Radha has written and saying, Dr. Radha has written and said, had some nausea before, now it's gone. KK Das has gone from a 10 to a 6. Daisy was at a 10, she's at around 8, 9 right now with the heart beating quicker. And Rajshri was feeling sleepy, she has a headache, and she's put the headache with an exclamation. Jaya has written, Nidhu, no change yet. It's still on 8.
Okay. So, Jaya, that happens if you're dealing with chronic pain, if you're dealing with unexpressed anger and a general hopelessness and helplessness around something. At that point, it's very hard to let go. Give the decree, you can leave now. Don't even identify what. Everybody, just say, you can leave now.
Right. You can leave now. I'm also saying it.
Yeah, you can leave now.
Yes.
And just
You
once,
can leave now.
just once, and give it 3 seconds and see what happens.
And Lynn is written in Nidhu. Felt so relaxed. I nodded off to sleep. Sorry, was that meant to happen?
Yes, very much so. Very nice. You see, when we hold on to a lot of old, stuck, stagnant energies, when they go, they leave us with such relief that it's so nice to just close your eyes for a moment and doze off and nod off. It's absolutely fine if you do. In fact, as we go on and we do more work, I would like you all to honor whatever messages are coming up from the body. If you need to lie down, you lie down. If you need to eat something, you eat something. If you need to go to the washroom, you go to the washroom. If you need to have water, please have water. Please have water. In fact, so will I.
So am I.
All right, everybody's done this. You've said it. Now I want you to look at this one word, which is also my display picture. Just
And
look.
I'm going to, sorry, I was just going to request Shilpa to put it up on the WhatsApp groups as well,
Right,
separately.
right. I just
Please
want
go.
you to take a look at that word. And that's it, no more than a few seconds, a minute max. Close your eyes, process the shifts. You know, sometimes when we are shifting, we can feel tightness somewhere. We can feel heaviness somewhere. We can feel tension growing somewhere. We can remember a memory. This is actually your awareness of what all is shifting. So don't lock it down by interrupting the flow to say, oh, now this has gotten heavy, or this has gotten jammed, or this memory is coming up. It's leaving. It means that whatever that was causing the tightness and the tension and the heaviness is being revealed to you as it's moving out of the body. In fact, I was working with somebody who was completely overwhelmed, distracted, trying out new things. There was so much to do. And my work, by the way, while very simple, well, you can end up having a lot of FOMO because there is quite a bit of work to be done. So she was also doing the work on one of my groups. Then she was getting really stressed out about this lockdown. She was blaming the lockdown. She was blaming the government. She was blaming how much she had to do, how unsupported she was with the family members. She couldn't focus properly. She was irritated all the time. And this was going on for weeks. When we had our session, in less than 10 minutes, all those feelings just went away. First, her tensed up shoulders came down. Then the pressure in her chest lifted. Then the anger and irritation started to dissipate, like just evaporate. Then she started feeling like something was going in and out of her spinal column. Then she started feeling a little tingliness and heaviness in her ankles. And then it was just all gone. And she gave me such a fantastic testimonial because she couldn't believe. And by the way, all of these shifts that I'm mentioning took place in about 22 seconds. In fact, that reminds me of another case where where before the lockdown, this woman was so angry with her maid for taking so many holidays, and she had just fired her. Like she had just fired her yesterday, and she lives with her daughter, and her daughter was constantly lost in her own world. So again, tons of work for her to do, tons of work for her to do alone and unsupported. She also started having this scaly, itchy kind of rash on her palms. And I explained to her that whatever happens in the palms has to do with what we can't hold in our palms, like what we can't handle with our palms. And and because it was scaly and itchy and hot and burning and red and just all kinds of awful, we were looking at very severe anger. So we began to work on that. And all we did was, anger, you can leave now. In the middle of that, she said, Nidhu, I'm not angry. I'm very upset. So immediately changed the direction and said, upset, you can leave now. And we gave the decree 8 times. Upset, you can leave now. 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 The pain fell away. The burning stopped. She was in such relief. And because pain always has to do with some sort of digestive disorder, simultaneously, she was getting dirty burps. She was releasing a lot of gas and wind. She was feeling her bloating come down. She was feeling her stomach shrink. All of this in a speedster session. A speedster session is a session that takes place within 10 minutes. And y'all can also start doing speedster sessions for yourself, for your family. But I think I have run way ahead. How is everybody doing?
Nidhu, responses, reactions are pouring in and questions are pouring in.
Please.
So do I go, would you like the questions and the responses simultaneously? Because that's how fast they're both coming.
Right. Give me some of the responses and then give me questions. People, I love being asked questions. Ask me anything, even if you're thinking it's too silly to be asked or I'm going to sound stupid asking. There are no stupid questions, but there can be some stupid answers. So bear with me, such comes up. Ask me whatever you want. Go ahead, Neelu.
All right. So the response, some of the responses, and just reading them out to you. Dipali says that I sneezed twice while the process was going on. It came down from 10 to 6. Shikha, feeling heaviness in my shoulders. Udita, which she says this was from 7 to now 3, pain reduces. Nikita, okay, so that's a question, Nikita. I will come back to that very quickly. Rajni has moved from 8 to 7. Punita's yawn is even in words like a big yawn with a bunch of W's and N's. And Shikha is, I says, I can see energy rising and leaving when I can say, you can leave now. Rajshri says that she was frustrated with my hubby. Was it 8? Came down to 5. Amazing. The Preeti says, I had heavy head after Nidhu's decrease, but after saying you can leave now, it reduced to 5. Kavita, who has change of job as her concern, went from 7 to 3, felt the breaking of the chains and felt more relaxed. Alpa says that transition formed. This is after seeing the transformed poster. She writes shoulders loosening. Chaya's written shoulder pain increased again to 6.5, Nidhu.
Wow.
So, would you like to address Chaya? Her pain's gone up.
Sure.
Would you like to speak to her?
Yes.
Can we? Fantastic. Amrish, would it be possible to unmute Chaya? Do we have her name showing? There is people in order for
Hello.
Nidhu. There. Chaya, Nidhu, Chaya, please.
Hi, Chaya.
Hi, Nidhu. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you? Tell me.
I am good. It's always wonderful being on the call with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Chaya, in brief, Tell us what it is that you're dealing with. Where do you feel it in the body? And what is the scale on a 0 to 10?
So I'm feeling lot of, I wouldn't say chaos, but feeling lot of things to do and things lot less time and things not being complete. Like, I still want to hear Hitesh Guruji's call, but it's always I have so much to do, so much to do, so much to do. So that is one big thing that I'm dealing with.
All right. And so much to do carries very heavy amounts of pressure and stress. Like you're constantly rushed, right?
Yes. Yes.
Not being able to complete one thing, having to rush to the other. So
Yes.
let me use the word stress for this, or would you like to use another word?
Could you repeat? I missed the word.
Can we use the word stress for what you are going through, or would you like to use another word?
No, it's rushed rather than stress.
Got it. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how rushed are you?
So I'm rushed almost to 8, and then I have gaps in between where actually I'm not doing anything, and I still am rushed to 8.
Right. So did you say 8?
Yes.
All right, my love. And where do you feel it in the body?
Mostly shoulders and a little back behind the neck.
Okay. So these are also the places that we will check for as soon as you've given the decree. So just one time only, say rushed, you can leave now.
Rushed, you can leave now.
And just give it 10 seconds. And check where it was an 8. How rushed are you now?
I am a little better, only 7. But the thought that came to me was that I am under performance pressure.
Superb. So from rushed, we have now identified a new word, which is pressure, right?
Yeah.
And the pressure is at a 7. How
Yeah.
is your shoulder and neck feeling right now?
The pain has reduced, say around from 8 to 6, 7, 6. Yeah.
Great. Now say, and is it pressure? Is it pressurized? Or is it pressured? Or is it pressures?
I'm not getting it.
Okay, let's go with pressures. So pressures, you can leave now. Just say it one time.
Pressure, you can leave now.
Wonderfully said. You know, the way that we will say the decree also makes a difference. The order of the words cannot be changed. The tone of the words can be changed. And the importance of the order of the words and the tone of the words remind me, and Neelu and I were laughing about it. I think Amrish was on the call as well. So 2 days back, we got an email that said, please, yeah, Neelu's already laughing. Please help me. I'm having bedtimes. It's And then there's the curious case of the woman who went to deposit one husband and 500 rupees instead of 1,500.
I want the number of that bank, please.
And there was one, Neelu, please share this poster.
I'm doing that right now.
which was it was so cute. Okay, there's this family and they're all at the dining table, and this person has posted and marked everybody and shared it on WhatsApp, and he says, going to eat my friends and family with dinner.
I think we are all going through that.
So, my darlings, no messing with the order of the decrees. The decrees are you can and dash. Either we put the destructive code or we put the creation code now. And we're just going to take a look as to how Chaya is doing. Chaya, what is your sense of pressure?
Yeah, so I am burping a lot, and shoulder pain has reduced to around 4,
Good.
and I am feeling relaxed. Yes, I'm not feeling that pressure.
Good.
So 7, it has come down from 7 to 4.
Excellent. Excellent. My darlings, let me tell you the magic of the decrees. The decrees work forever. The decrees work for your lifetime. It's just that our awareness is not so deep and sharp to keep seeing the shifts. Like Chaya need not say another decree at all for being rushed and pressurized, and things will start opening up for her. Like right now, Chaya, are you going to be able to make time to listen to Hiteshji Guruji's call?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm also clapping for Chaya.
Fantastic. The thing is, a new sentence is a new neural pathway in our brains, and neural pathways need to be developed. That's why we practice with the decrees. That's why we say them a number of times. For example, this is how I am now going to say it. Chaya, is the word pressured or rushed or stressed or heaviness or pain? What is the word right now that you're dealing with?
I think it's pain.
Let's go with pain. You see the journey we've had in less than 5 minutes? We've gone from rushed to pressure to pain. And this is also the magic of a speedster session. Because in a speedster session where you would normally take 30 minutes to 1 hour to 2 hours, because some practitioners work that long, the journey of the nature of change is also very important to keep in mind when you are gauging the progress for the client. Change means it's not stuck anymore, even if the change has gone from rushed to pressured to pain. Chaya, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much is the pain right now?
The pain is around 4.
So she's already given me a number that the neural pathway requires in the brain. And the neural pathway requires 4 repetitions. Chaya, please say pain you can leave now 4 times. Give it 5 seconds and tell us how you feel.
Pain you can leave now. Pain you can leave now. Pain you can leave now. Pain you can leave now.
Tell me exactly what's going on.
What's going on is I am thinking that, I keep thinking that I will not be able to do it. I'm not capable, or, uh, so because of that, the pain is coming, and because of the pain, I feel I cannot do it. So I'm in that vicious cycle.
Got it.
I feel I'm not enough. I will not be able to, not capable enough, or not strong enough, something like that.
Fantastic. Why am I saying fantastic, Chaya?
Because I got that awareness.
Yes, super. Beyond and behind and below everything that we're dealing with is always a set of very personal inner critic sentences. You can call them belief systems. I'm not capable. I'm not confident. I'm not competent. What is it that you said, Chaya?
I'm not capable.
I'm not capable. How fantastic. We've gone to the root cause in like what, 5-6 minutes? So the importance of this is you have to watch your words. They become your thoughts. You have to watch your thoughts. They become your beliefs. You have to watch your beliefs. They become your actions. You have to watch your actions, they become your behavior. You have to watch your behaviors, they become your habit. You have to watch your habit, it becomes your character. You have to watch your character, it becomes your destiny. From words to destiny. Right now, Chaya is changing her destiny. Chaya, how many years have you lived with the fact that I'm not capable?
Forever.
Forever. And
Forever.
on a
Yeah.
scale of 0 to 10, how true is this sentence for you on a where 0 is not at all and 10 is highly true?
0 is highly true.
0 is not at all true. 10 is highly.
0. Okay. So normally I would swing from 4 to say 8. So I'm normally at 4 or at 8. 4 or at 8 to end.
All right, Ma. So 8. Let us go with 8. And look at this. I'm not capable. Isn't this painful?
Yes.
Causing pain in the body.
Yes.
The words I am not painful. Now, Chaya, 8 times you're going to say, I'm not capable. You can leave now.
I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now. I'm not capable. You can leave now.
Have water, Chaya, and give it 10 seconds. And I'm going to quickly tell you all, I was working with this person who was highly insecure, stressed out, pressurized, heavy. Her shoulders were always in pain and very, very tight, meaning there was inflammation there. And we realized as we gave the decree just once that she was feeling highly insecure and stressed about money. And when I asked her, how do you normally think about money? She realized that her whole life she had spent being very negative about money. She said, and I quote, I have always struggled to make enough, and
Sorry.
money always comes to me with great difficulty or not at all. We began to work on this. In 2 minutes, she felt expansive, optimistic, and where she was saying money comes to me with great difficulty or not at all, immediately the sentence in her head was money comes to me with ease. The shoulder pain that was so high, it was almost a 10 on 10, became 0. Chaya, check your pain, check the sentence, I'm not capable, and tell me how you're doing.
So the pain has gone up again a little bit. And I also felt a little bit of pain on my upper arm, on left side.
Got it. And on a scale of 0 to 10, where it was an 8, how strong is I'm not capable?
It has reduced. It has reduced to almost 5, 4, 5.
Okay. And is the pain bearable?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So the pain of this, and now you see in this, a new aspect has shown up. There is now some new pain in the upper arm. Upper arms carry a lot of anger. So, as we would have gone on in this session, I would have asked Chaya to work on anger. In fact, Chaya, just say anger, you can leave now and check your pain.
Anger, you can leave now.
Have water. Check the pain in the upper arm, check the pain in the shoulder.
Yes, both reduced.
Fantastic.
Upper arm also reduced a little bit, but it reduced, and the shoulder also reduced.
Fantastic. In just one decree. Like immediately. The thing is, in the previous set when you did Chaya, I could see energy releasing, like smoky energy releasing from the back of your neck and your sides of the shoulders. Were you able to sense that?
I can sense it on my left side of the left shoulder just now.
Nice.
When I said it just now, on the left side, yes. Not so much on the right side, but left side, yes.
Good. Good awareness, Chaya, and very well done. If I hadn't taken breaks for explaining, this would have been a speedster session. It would have gotten over in about 7 to 9 minutes. And those, by the way, are the timings of the sessions that I do. I do only 10-minute sessions. Chaya, do you now know enough to carry on your work?
Yes.
Superb. Everybody, big round of applause for Chaya.
Yay!
I know now which area I need to be looking at.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. And I appreciate you having said yes and knowing what area you have to look at, Chaya, because one of the things that anything that you do in your life, it must empower you. It must give you enough confidence, strength, courage, stamina, clarity to go on. The healing journey is a relay process. You take the baton and you run till something else comes up that's a little difficult to sort on your own. And at that point, you speak to the next person. And then you take the baton and run again.
Yes.
I always say that my work is not for the faint hearted, primarily because of this independence, freedom, and empowerment that comes with it. You'll be surprised how many people are not interested in that. But for those of y'all who are, who have a learner's mind, a student's mind, and exactly like Hiteshi Guruji said yesterday, it's also one of the secrets to anti-aging. Please do come on, because the way the decrees work is that you can take it and fly. So thank you again, Chaya. Everybody,
Thank you so much.
thank you to
Thank
Chaya,
you.
and thank you everybody for holding
Thank you
space
so
for
much.
Chaya.
Thank you, Chaya.
Neelu, can we speak to one more
Yes.
person? Jaya, how are you
Yes.
doing?
Nidhu, in fact, before I'll call out a few more. Before that happens, just please do tell us and do remind everybody that when you're speaking to somebody and saying, say this or say that and use the word this way, that we can all actually say it for ourselves also with whatever's coming up, right?
That's correct. That's correct. Even if you have no anger or pain and you said anger, you can leave now, something will leave in the body. In a group, and I got this from Emotional Freedom Techniques, EFT, there's a term called borrowing benefits. And borrowing benefits is that even if one person is doing the work, the effects are felt by the entire group. Take on the next person. Why don't you ask me some questions?
Yes. I'm just going to please give me a moment. I will need to drastically scroll up, like super fast. Speedster. Thank you. So one of the earliest questions that had come in, and because I did mention this to Sanjay, that it's a very interesting question, Nidhu, I'm asking that first, is that what is the source of these words decrees? Are they the basis of some scripture? How were these particular words decrees discovered? Like I said, the first question was full on, and yes, it had to be brought up. So
they came from a space of knowing, and on the day that the first decree was given to me, which was you can leave now, when I look back, and it was in fact that day was exactly how Neelu said, it was what just happened, because the thought came And the thought came, and I just said it, and I couldn't believe the reactions that started taking place in the body. And from there, the understanding of decrees, the knowledge of decrees, the science of decrees, the basis of decrees, how to use the decrees, how to use it for a surrogate, how to use it for your family, how to use it in plural, it just started unfolding. When I look back on that day, there was Lord Saturn, Lord Shivji, who is the overlord of Lord Saturn, Lord Ganpati, and Lord Hanumanji. The power of these decrees is that they come from divine sources. I always say I am owner and sharer. I never say I am creator, because as I saw what they were doing, and by the way, this was given to me about 6 months before a Saturn retrograde. And in a month's time, I introduced it to my very close knit group of people that I always invite to my work first. I introduced it. In 6 months, I had brought it out into the world. And from there, from Saturn's decrees, which is the foundation course for decrees, came other decrees. Jupiter's decrees, Venus's decrees, Mars decrees, Pluto's decree, which is transformed, which you just saw. There are a couple of other adaptations as well. There are 4 decrees in Saturn's decrees. 1, demolition code decree. 3, creation, fulfillment, actualization code decrees. And the use of these come blessed with cosmic, which is why they do things that switch words cannot. They do things that affirmations cannot. In fact, you could say that these are affirmations on steroids. These are affirmations on rocket ships traveling at light speed. Because the way that it works and how swiftly it works can only be explained by something way bigger and more powerful than all of us human beings. And of course, I will also say that some of this also has to do with an understanding of how the English language works, and therefore the order of decrees. And no putting your husband and 500 rupees in your bank account. Please use the decrees as is. Do not change the order. I have heard all kinds of versions. You can F off now, please go now. It's I asked you to get out, damn it. I would.
Sorry, I can't help but laugh when you say it like that.
As is. It is the sacred mantra for releasing and completing karma. By the way, Saturn is retrograde right now as well, as is Pluto, Jupiter, and Venus. And when Saturn's retrograde is when I like to do the certification course for Saturn's decrees, because 1, we have his blessings, we have his power, and Saturn is master teacher. He handles time, he handles karma. His clear message that day when I got these decrees for the first time was, use this to complete karma. Earth is ascending. Earth will ascend by 1st of January 2019. Human beings have to catch up. And the thing that's really holding us back, my darlings, all our stuckness comes from karma. And there are 3 kinds of karma. Karma from past lives, karma from ancestors, karma from our families. We repeat the exact same experience in different situations so that we can take Lord Saturn's help to know what it is we have to learn. For example, can anybody tell me what is it that Chaya had to learn? When Chaya said, I know what is to be done next, what did she mean? Did Chaya complete what she called a forever project or not?
She discovered the source of her forever project.
Absolutely.
Which would help. Right.
And she knew what is to be done next. That's what you do with karma. A lot of us fall into the complaining, criticizing trap, where the same thing is continuously playing itself, and all we are also doing is continuously living on autopilot. Same reaction, same solutions. Trying harder with the same solutions to get a different result. And all of us know that never works. The decrees have the power to switch and shift you to further awareness, further answers, further solutions, further clarities immediately. And this is what you need to complete karma. Karma is not just about saying, oh, this is my karma, I am fated to suffer. This is my karma, monies will go to somebody else, not to me. How many people saying karma, I have bad luck? Bad luck is my karma. Bad luck, you can leave now. Take charge of your life. Have the life you dreamt of. Let the past go. And the past is all of these karmas. You can complete it in seconds now. You know, one of the things that I noticed in all my years is that regular healing, very rarely is there something that takes place overnight. It's a consistent journey. It's a consistent, committed, dedicated journey. And it takes anywhere from 8 months to 3 years to completely heal from something. With the decrease, it takes between 3 weeks to 3 months. Something else might come up. That's fine. As long as you're not stuck in the same place, you're moving ahead.
Superb. Superb. Sanjay, thank you for that question, because Nidhu, with the giving of the answer to Sanjay's question, you've actually given so much more that are part of questions that have come up as well. So in that one question, so many have actually been answered, but I'm still going to repeat a few of them because people have written them in. I'm going to combine a few of them if that's okay, Nidhu.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, so for example, this is right at basic level. Dipali Doshi asks, does the decree work for all purposes, and do they give a permanent solution to our problem? And Vimal Sharma has said, are decrees similar to switch words? And therefore, Mona's question similar to that. What is the difference between decree and switch words? So I put two sets of questions together for you.
Right, and very good. I'm so happy you know switch words. So you know the power of words. You know the power of what can be chanted and said like a mantra. And you know the power of mantra. Switch words don't exactly say what they mean. As in, the word twinkle could represent something else. Not so with the decrees. Switch words need to be said 28 times, 28 days. And while there is also a number available for decrees, your decree needs to be said just once. If your awareness is high enough to process the shifts day after day after day. When you ask for something that's permanent, what you're saying is night should stay night, day should stay day. There is nothing permanent. Change is the only constant. Does this mean that my pain will keep recurring? No. It means that when you let the pain go, the pain has gone. Does it mean that no other part of me will ever be in pain? We cannot promise that. Nobody can, because we don't have one karma to complete. We have thousands of karmas to complete. When the next one comes up, you give gratitude for the fact that you have such a super speedy process and use it. It's like brushing your teeth. Can you do it for 1 week and it be done permanently? No, right? Healing is like that. Whatever you learn, you apply. You learn something new, you apply something new. If you are a practitioner, you will notice that most of your healing is a combination of many modalities. And Saturn's decrees works with everything. Whatever you are right now using, you can add Saturn's decrees to it and in fact adapt it and make it your own special, unique process. I brought up freedom, independence, empowerment. When we look for something permanent, that now this is done, after this, I never have to do anything again, we are not coming from a space of freedom, independence, and empowerment. Empowerment is knowing I have the solutions forever. Because life will happen the way life happens. Sometimes we'll hit a six, sometimes we'll hit a bouncer. Sometimes we'll have a no ball. And sometimes we'll hit a run for four. What do you do in all of these situations? You use the decrees. Going through something terrible? Well, that's a message from the universe that you've got to let it go, that you've got to release something. What are you holding on to? What is the secondary gain? What are you gaining out of this? And that is actually part of the work that we do on our workshop calls, which is also to know how to deal with chronic projects. Chronic projects have their own unique way of using the decree. So we would learn that in the course as well. Switch words have their own place and fun. Decrees have their own place and speedster fun. It's like if you enjoy being aware and are connected with yourself and you're sensing the shifts, oh, that joy of connection, of understanding your own story, I don't think there's anything that can compare to that. It's, you know, it's like this person had a terrible pain in her throat. We gave the decree, throat pain, you can leave now, because that's the first thing you do with the decree. You go with what is being presented. You don't have to rush towards the story. The story will reveal itself. As we gave that, immediately the pain became a big lump in her throat. Now, lumps in the throat often have to do with grief. So I asked her, I said, have you been swallowing your sadness? Have you been swallowing your tears? She said, yes. I don't know how to find the place to cry. There are always too many people around and they're always constantly judging, criticizing. If I cry, they call me crybaby, they call me oversensitive, they call me drama queen. So I've just learned to stop crying and holding back my tears. In those 10 minutes, as we uncovered some more memories around where she was judged and shamed and criticized for crying, she started crying. In 2 minutes, after sobbing her heart out, her throat was clear.
Oh, I had tears in my eyes when I heard that.
Yeah, a lot of us do this, right? We don't express our tears, we don't express our angers, we don't express our deep terrors and phobias. Much of it also hides as the normal of our life. We've been living with
Right.
it for so long, we'll continue living with it. This ball has been rolling down this hill, this ball continues to roll down this hill. It's basic law of physics, it's inertia. You fall into inertia and then you're not sure what can even be done to change this, because it's now just like a awful dysfunctional comfort zone. When you do work with the decrees, oh, moving out of comfort zone as gently as possible begins, your story starts to open up. You start becoming more aware. You start understanding yourself, life, and the world deeper. By the way, the six laws of energy explain life and the world and universe and everything in it is also part of our workshop, where you understand even deeper what is really going on. Why is the law of attraction not working for you? What is it that you are overlooking? What is the most important aspect that has not yet come in your zehen, in your awareness, that you need to clear? And you know, when this happens, I'm going to give you the first law of energy. The first law of energy is energy goes where our thoughts, feelings, desires, behaviors go. Now, we've all been thinking, feeling, behaving, desiring, wanting for years, for eons, for lifetimes. It becomes an inertia. The moment I say a sentence like, you can leave now, I have given this energy new instructions. Energy always waits for our instructions, whether it comes from the conscious mind, whether it comes from the subconscious mind, whether it comes from the unconscious mind. Energies are just waiting for us to give them a goal, to give them a pathway. The moment you say you can leave now, you have addressed the energy goes to work instantaneously. In fact, my darlings, how many of y'all felt the shift immediately? Because that's also the power of the decree. I give you all 5 seconds and 10 seconds and 20 seconds for your awareness to kick in. The decrees actually work immediately because that's how energies work. Energies are constantly flowing. This river never ends, doesn't have a beginning, never stops. So the moment you have tapped into this river with the decree, oh, magic and miracles.
I like the sound of that. Magic and miracles.
Yeah, in fact, so let's call her Lena. So Lena is constantly fighting with her mother. They live together and it's just two of them, and they're constantly at each other's throats. That's just the dynamic of their relationship. But after one such really big argument where she was just completely fed up and she had just started practicing the decrees, she decided that she was going to give the decree on this. And she was so angry that she was steaming. So she gave a decree on steaming, you can leave now. And when she shared this with me, she gave me the time as well. So this argument happened by 10:10 a.m. By 10:11 a.m., she had given the decree. She went out of her room. Her mother was there. It was 10:14 a.m. And the mother said, I'm sorry for upsetting you, which was the first time in their entire history over 60 years that had happened. The decrees change not just your vibration, but everybody else's vibration. Remember what I said in the beginning? Everybody is responding to our vibe. We are responding to everybody's vibe. You change your vibe, you are changing the world. Her mother responded to her immediate new light, white, bright vibration. For the first time in 60 years, she said, I'm sorry for upsetting you.
Wow. Wow, and how magic and miracles.
Yes, wow, and how, and magic and miracles. And now you'll know how. The first law of energy is how the decree works.
Amazing. Superbly amazing and fantastic. It's and so many continuously with everything that you're saying, questions coming in, coming in, coming in. Nidhu, I know you had asked Jaya how she's doing. Would you like to take her on or take a few questions first? I'm going to let you decide, please.
I'll take Jaya on. And while she's coming on and she's being found and unmuted, Neelu, why don't you ask another question? I love questions. I'm so happy, Neelu, that you said that there are so many questions coming. And my darling, send all the questions you can think of.
Yeah, they're pouring in faster than I can keep track. So I'm also like, my eyes also going like up and down, continuously scrolling and taking a quick moment to thank the team, also Nidhu, Shilpa and Amispa and Amrish for just continuously backing us during the call. Taking a quick moment to say thank you there.
Thank you.
And
thank you, my darlings. In fact, and thank you, Neelu. You actually took the word right out of my mouth because I was going to say such a huge thanks for the team who's sorting it out. I'm going to give you all one more piece of work, my darlings. If there's a question that I haven't answered, would you just make a separate note of that, so then I can answer it and I can put it across all groups, even if that question hasn't been asked in the group.
Okay, so that's going to be a lot of questions. Because it's that many pouring in continuously. Nidhu, one of the questions I had actually combined was Dipali's asking, does the decree work for all purposes and do they give permanent solutions? And with that, Manoj had asked, can the decree transformed help in transforming bad habits and illnesses? Again, I've combined these two because it just felt like two sides of a question together.
Right. One, are the results permanent? Yes. Energy works in layers, and you can have 100 trillion layers. When you give the instruction, the first layer goes off. Then the next layer starts making itself aware. And sometimes hundreds of layers go off. In fact, there is a particular word that takes out like 1 trillion layers in one shot, and that's a Pluto retrograde decree. I'm going to give it to you all anyway. It's about us knowing that this is my next layer. All our stucknesses, troubles, problems, issues, projects are tables. And tables can have many legs. But a gigantic table can have 26 legs. A single table can have one leg. And in fact, let me take you through this process right now. Everybody, see your problem as a table. See how many legs it has.
Nidhu?
Yeah.
No legs. It's a huge cylindrical pillar base. So do I consider that as one leg? Because
yeah, consider it as one leg. The moment you see your troubles like this, we will use a multi-dimensional process, because the dimension in which you are communicating like this with the universe, this dimension, everything is available to you. I just want you to see this table being totally crushed. And Neelu, are you sure you saw your problems as a cylinder? Because I can see that it's a channel.
you can see it. Sorry, I lost your voice, Nidhu. So sorry.
Sorry, Ma.
Yes.
When you saw the cylinder, did it come immediately when you started thinking about whatever it is that you're dealing with?
I literally looked at the table and saw it. So it's right in front of me.
I know. So this is a channel for you.
Okay.
You know, channels are cylindrical in the universe. Move like a spring does. Messages come like that. So don't do anything to your cylinder. In fact, I can see that it's already connecting to your spinal column.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Just destroy the table till it is burnt up, it is ash, it is dust, it is rubble, and then see yourself pushing this rubble out of your body towards the window into a sun. Whichever direction the sun is right now, just see this now physically moving out of the body and into the sun. The reason we do exercises like these as well, including on the workshop, is that we will never ever be able to completely identify all layers. None of us have that kind of awareness. And so sometimes we will just take a bundle of them and let them go. Are results permanent? Yes. It takes layers almost 18 to 20 years to develop. And all layers of distress develop after a lifetime of being constantly distressed. stressed, pressurized, rushed. It takes a long time for an energy layer to start getting stuck like that. 18 to 20 years it takes for pain, illness, and disease to show up in the body. Which is why some of us can look back and say, oh, but in my 20s, I didn't have any of this, and now it's happened. It's because you've lived with the same inertia of dysfunctional, toxic, unhealthy environments, habits, behaviors. And what was the second part of the question?
Which was Manoj's about the word transformed being, if it would transform bad habits.
Very much, very much. When I give you a poster to look at, you can take a printout of it, keep it somewhere. You have to gaze at it for just about a minute every day. And be aware of the shifts taking place. If you have the bad habit of, it's a bad habit, of eating popcorn and sitting in front of the TV for hours at a stretch, you will slowly start seeing that you don't have a desire to anymore. Transformed is amazing. In fact, let me give the decree in words, because there's the spoken word, and there is the read word, and there is the thought word. The maximum power for a decree is in the spoken word. Then the read word, read as in R-E-A-D, and then in the thought word. Although when you fall into the habit of using decrees for yourself, the moment you start thinking about the decree, the shift will start taking place. Like you don't even have to complete the sentence. Whatever it is that all of y'all are dealing with, reframe, reframe, reframe. Transform, transform, transform. Remove, remove, remove. Resolve, resolve, resolve. Your energies are now healed, transformed, resolved, and restored. Take a minute, take 2 minutes. Allow for the words to sink in completely. Process the shifts that are coming. Don't get hung up on the symptom. It's only coming up and you're aware of what's coming up. It's leaving. Let it go. And of course, drink tons of water. And as I say that, I realize that my own bottle is over. So please give me that 1 minute. I'm just going to get some.
Please. And while Nidhu's getting her water, Jaya, if you're on, Amrish, if we could have her unmuted.
Hi, I'm on. Thank you, Neelu.
Hi, Jaya. Hang on a second. Nidhu will be right here.
Thanks a ton for taking me on.
Our pleasure.
Hi, Jaya.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Say hi to Jaya. Jaya, tell us in brief, what is it that you are dealing with and what have you experienced from the start of the call till now?
Okay, Nidhu, I have kind of tried to do a lot of self-understanding to, gauge why I'm not able to accept any healing or why it doesn't come to me very easily. And it's not only in this healing, but other healing modalities is I try to use my logic as a shield every time. I'm like, seriously, is this the way? So there's a lot of logic in my head, and that gives me a lot of pain in my head. Like this transform word actually literally got me feeling giddy and severe headache after that. So now when you spoke about the table and the legs, I could see the legs crawling. I am not able to understand why my logic comes in, and there are two issues which I'm dealing with for a long time, and I just don't see a solution. My thyroid and obesity issue is just killing me, and that's the thing which keeps on eating my brains. And I'm trying for a job change, and that also is kind of bogging me down. So in a nutshell, logic and these things kind of don't correlate.
Correct. What did you say was killing you?
For me, not being able to lose my weight and the thyroid issue, as well as trying for a job change.
Got it. Weight has a lot to do with protection. Thyroid has a lot to do with speaking up. Do you find it easy to speak up?
Yeah, actually, I get, if I see something wrong, it burns me inside and I burst out and, throw tantrums, and I get angry because if I see any integrity issues, that bogs me down like anything. I can't take anything wrong, whether it's mine or anybody else's.
You have a strong reaction to injustice and unfairness.
Yes, perfect. Absolutely.
Is there any acidity in the body?
Yes, sometimes if I eat beyond 8 o'clock at night, it kind of, I'm in a bad shape.
Right. Because when we don't know how to channel this power of bravery, then that gives rise to acidity in the body. Acidity in the body has to do with unfairness and injustice, that this is just not right. So clearly, lots of not right things have happened in your life. And when you look back, your left brain analyzes them as it shouldn't have happened. Would that be correct?
Perfect.
When you say it shouldn't have happened, it's because what happened was wrong. A wrongness or many wrongnesses were done to you,
Right.
right? And
Yes.
that's the when that becomes right, where the right in your life becomes the wrongness of what all is taking place. Wrongness always comes with badness and smallness. So very often your anger may also be about the fact that you're being made to feel bad and small. Would that be correct?
Perfect.
Okay, let us go for this. One of the reasons I wanted to speak to Jaya, everybody, is that Jaya said it's at an 8, it's still at an 8. Now, this is a very interesting case because I am saying that the decrees work instantaneously. There is no exception. Okay, I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. There is no exception to what and whom the decrees can work on. Whether it's our computers, whether it's our weather, whether it's a crying baby on a plane, whether it's our pets, whether it's our plants, the decrees work on anything, anyone, everything, everyone. So why hasn't Jaya shifted? For those of y'all who are coming on for the course, you're going to come across clients and cases like this. What do you do then? Jaya, on a scale of 0 to 10, when you said 8, what were you measuring as 8?
The pain, the grief, the thought of not being able to lose weight, that irritation.
Pain, grief, irritation, the thought of not being able to lose the weight. By the way, in this work, we don't use the word lose because lose is something you always go looking for.
Okay.
So we always use the word shed or release.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so right now, where it was an 8 then, how much is it now, this combination?
I'm still feeling an 8, Nidhu, sorry, but that's the 8.
Don't worry, ma'am, don't worry. This is the message from your body and we honor that. Let us see what happens next. So, one, she's brought up multiple things. In multiple things, we use the plural version. The plural version is you can all leave now. And she's also given us the message as to how many neural pathways need to be developed in the brain. The depth of the neural pathway that needs to be developed in the brain, which is 8 on 10. So 8 times, Jaya, I want you to say, you can all leave now.
You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now. You can all leave now.
Tell me what happens to your breath and your chest.
I'm breathing heavily and I'm getting a severe headache between my eyebrows.
Right. Now, immediately, as is the logical message, there is a desire to hold on.
Yeah.
So there is a battle taking place. All headaches are battles. Headaches are battles between old energy and new energy. So we immediately shift to what the client is revealing to us. What is the client revealing to us? I don't want to let it go. 8 times, Jaya, just say, I don't want to let it go, and tell me how it makes you feel.
I don't want to let it go. 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 I don't want to let it go.
Okay.
I'm feeling
I don't want to let it
peaceful.
go. You can leave now. Maybe I missed saying that. Just please, and right now say it only 4 times. I don't want to let it go. You can leave now. Because we had to give the decree as well.
I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't want to let it go. You can leave now. I don't want to let it go. You can all leave now. I don't want to let it go. You can all leave now. I don't want to let it go. You can all leave now.
And immediately, how is your headache? How is the pressure in the chest?
Chest pressure is gone and my head is feeling peaceful. I'm feeling peaceful.
Everybody, big round of applause for Jaya.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So that was me clapping. Sorry.
Thanks, Neelu. Thanks,
Very
Neelu.
well done, Jaya. Have lots of water. You may feel a little unwell over the next 24 hours because anger is heat in the body. So when that releases, we can feel a little feverish, under the weather, wanting to rest. Have lots of cool foods. Drink lots of turbocharged water. And all the best with your job change. Keep us posted.
Thank you so much, Nidhu. Very kind of you. And thanks, Neelu.
Thank you.
Most welcome, Jaya. Thank you for coming on.
And by the way, what you just saw in action was a way to use the chronic project protocol. A chronic project is a stubborn project. It just won't shift. It just won't go. I met this person who had knee pain for 30 years, had tried at least 50 to 100 processes, including acupressure, acupuncture, a personal chiropractor for like some 15 years. 30 years she'd been living with this knee pain. In one session, it had gone.
Wow. Wow.
And
This is going to be my recurring theme right now. Wow, and how magics and miracles. That's it.
In fact, Elizabeth, her name was Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this particular testimonial where she couldn't stop using the word miracle, that this was a miracle. And it is, my darlings. Can a stubborn project leave so quickly? How is everybody doing, by the way? I haven't checked. We've been through quite a bit right now. How are you all doing? And I gave a set of single word decrees as well. How are you all doing?
Just reading them out for you, Nidhu. There have been, again, responses coming in. For example, this is in the beginning itself that while you were on the call with Chaya, Udita could relate to it as well. Then there are questions also still coming in and questions.
Keep them coming in, my darlings. My team is going to put them in one place and we're going to answer them all. In fact, I know that we're almost at the end of our time together. I would have loved to do another session. I wanted to do 10 sessions, but well, what we will do is have these sessions on our calls, because our calls have a lot of live interaction. A lot of sessions take place there. For example, if you take level 1, where you are learning for yourself, family, and friends, you would be practicing on the call on others. Others will be practicing on you on the call. So you will get very familiar with the decree. You know, it's like if this is the first time I made you say you can leave now 8 times, some part of your head will struggle to remember. Even though it's so simple, it's 4 words, and actually it's not 4 words, it's actually only 3 words. You got to remember the you, can, and now. The creation codes use these as well. We just changed the 3rd word. So there will be lots of live sessions taking place. And in fact, one of the reasons why I don't have my own personal session with y'all as part of the package is because we will be doing lots of personal sessions on the calls itself. And for some reason, I'm remembering this other case study where this girl wanted to take on the personal work with me, but she didn't have enough money. And I said, look, even before us giving decrees around this for you to have enough money, you have enough to come for the group call. And then you decide. We'll manifest the money after that. Because the group calls are much lower in charges than individual calls. She came for the group call. It's been over a year. She's still sticking to the group calls because there's so much that happens in a group call. There's so much magic that happens because of the presence of a group. And the group that I have right now, oh my, they are just amazing, wonderful people. People that you can say anything to, post anything to, and everybody rushes and responds to help. So look at the group work and the power of group work. Come for level 1. If you are a practitioner and can see the power of doing this, like I remember when Susan sent me some case studies that she had been taking care of. She was working on somebody who had a headache at an 8 on 10. In 5 seconds, the headache became 1 on 10. She was working with somebody who had twitching knees, which was like a 9 on 10. In 5 seconds, the twitching knees became 1 on 10. 5 seconds. When you do level 2, you get to charge for this work because level 2 gives you a certification. Sorry, not certification. Certification is the level 2 course, gives you a certificate. That certificate means you now have the universe's permission to charge for your sessions. As you practice more and more in level 2, you will be able to start doing speedster sessions. By the way, I charge anywhere from 3,500 to 5,000 for a speedster session for 10 minutes. For any practitioner out there practicing and charging whatever, 2,000, 5,000, 7,000 for an hour and a half, you can imagine how much time and opportunity this opens up for you. I charge anywhere between 66 USD to 88 USD for 10 minutes. Again, imagine how much that opens up for you. If you're a practitioner already having your own unique set of processes, add this in. I remember one of the practitioners told me, she said, Nidhu, I have my own work. She works on relationships, but I definitely want to use this somehow. And I told her, use it for a demonstration call. A demonstration call can be for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So you're not spending an hour, 4 hours on a demonstration call. Use it in the demonstration call. Let people see how fast they can shift. And after that, go ahead with your own process. She now mixes and matches this process with her process, but all her demonstration calls are always including Saturn's decrees and other decrees as well, Jupiter's decrees, Venus's decrees. But our focus is Saturn's decrees because Saturn's decrees is the foundation course. Karma, completion, and then building, creating new karma.
Fantastic. Nidhu,
Yes?
I think you already know what I'm going to ask you right now.
What were you going to ask me?
You just mentioned advising somebody about a demo call. You
Nidhu,
were just telling us
yeah, I lost your voice.
about the
Your voice is
person
breaking up,
to whom you
Nidhu.
said use it in your demo calls. Are you going to have a demo call with us?
Yes, most certainly.
Hi, am I audible? Can you hear me? Is oh, okay. Let me move. Is it clearer now?
Not really. Hang on, I'm just going to give the decree. Cannot hear Nilu clearly. You can leave now. Lots of disruptions in the sound waves. You can all leave now. 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 You can all leave now.
Can you hear me?
Hang on, Neil, just give it 1 minute. Have water, move away from your computer and come back so the energy gets to disperse.
Yes.
All right, Neelu, let's hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes!
Yes.
And that was group. But wait, thank you for reminding me, Neelu, because I didn't do the creation codes. So everybody, think of what it is that you want to manifest, what you want to attract into your lives, what it is that you are hoping to have in all the healing work that you do. Just think about that. I want you to concentrate on that. I'm going to send creation codes for you to make that dream into a reality. So hold the intention as long as you can. Creation codes being sent to you now. On way, send, receive. And take your time. The codes are within. The codes work for 24 hours with maximum potency, 9 to 10 days after that, and then with slightly diminished frequency for the rest of your lives. By the way, on the course, we are not doing how to send demolition codes and creation codes. That will be after foundation course. In the foundation course, I want you all to get very comfortable with the using of the words. How to use them, how to say them loudly, how to use them for surrogates, how to use them in plural, how to use them, keeping in mind karma from the family. 4 decrees. 1 is the clearing decree. 3 are the manifesting decrees. And we will cover them all in this course. I'm going to give you all another minute and another half a minute to completely absorb the creation codes sent right now. And whenever you're ready, let me know on the group and I will introduce the package.
Super awesome, Nidhu. And honestly, there could not have been a better, faster demonstration as what just happened right now. I had no idea that my voice was either dragging or couldn't be heard. And look what just happened. And literally seconds.
It works on
Amazing.
including sound waves. We've got to keep that in mind as well.
In fact, it was what, you know, while people are writing in, it happens to be one of the very many questions. Does it work on everything? And I know you've covered it, but please tell us again. It can even work on your fridge, right?
Yes.
So
My fridge is not
animate, inanimate, everything.
Absolutely. Anything and everything, anyone and everyone. I remember when Amrish and Abhishek from our team were flying to Kolkata, and on flight there was a baby that's crying, and both of them gave the decree in their heads. Crying baby, you can leave now. In 3 seconds, baby stopped crying.
Fantastic. So basically, you can use it for anything and for anybody. So you can say it for somebody else also, Nidhu. I can say it for you, or you can say it for me.
There are two aspects to how you do it for somebody else, and both those aspects have to do with the understanding of the 6 laws of energy. So the 6 laws of energy, the 5 stages of healing, these are part of level 2. These are foundation for understanding how healing works, how your journey works. Why is it 1 step forward, 12 steps back? What is a plateau? Why do you plateau? The answer is all there. In fact, my darlings, I would say that if you understand the 6 laws of energy, if you understand the 5 stages of healing and how they happen, you will know exactly how to use the decrees, where to use the decrees, what is going on with your client rapidly. I already know energy law number 1, and there are 5 more that explain life itself. They explain how energies work, because we are all energies, just energies in a denser form, because we've become physical. So we have the aspect of stronger, harder, tighter energies when it starts becoming form. And has everybody received the codes? Do you all still need a little more time? Although I have a feeling that everybody's received them beautifully and you're just processing it. You will see, my darlings, you will start seeing changes in your life just by having attended this call. In a day, the way you wake up tomorrow morning is going to be different. For those of you all who may have some detox, release, ascension symptoms, be gentle with yourself. Have some TLC, have lots of water, use the decrees.
Amazing. Always, as always, amazing, Nidhu. In fact, I'm so glad you explained that, because these questions have actually come to me, to us before also, and I'm bringing it up right now. It's the first question a lot of people ask, that if it's just using the words, you can leave now, I can do it for anything. So why do I need to get onto a level? Why do I need to learn it?
Fantastic question. I love it. Did somebody in the group ask?
I have not come across that in the group today. No, this is something that comes across a couple of times. Have been asked this prior to this, but in fact, the second time that the Saturn's decrees work was being done as well. And I thought it is a very interesting question, and everybody here, this is the Healers Training Tele Summit, and everybody here should actually know, why should you be learning this?
Correct. So first of all, and this is my personal bias, but first of all, you must learn it because it's just so cool. 4 words, and it's not even 4 words really, it's actually 3 words. And in one of the creation, fulfillment, manifestation decree, it's only 2 words. I'm going to give you that at the end of the call. It's just 2 words. I mean, how fast, simple, easy, efficient can you possibly be? You gotta use Saturn's decrees. You gotta use it on anything and everything, everyone, anything. You just have to use them in your lives to attract, to clear, whatever it is that you want to happen. 1, it's cool. 2, because it's so new, you need to have practice. If you're not practicing, you will come up with those alternative sentences. Please get out and all you'll start. So practice requires that you be part of a group, that you spend time with a community that's learning the same thing. Third, you want to be able to tell people, I have learned this, I know what I'm doing. You know how often as family members, we try and do it for the family and the family just poo-poos it. You know, ghar ki murgi dal barabar, which is lentils are value as a chicken when it comes to dealing with family members. When you can say that I have trained in this, I know what to do, just try this, just say this, your words carry that much more power. When you go to college, when you graduate, when you become a lawyer, doctor, engineer, architect, everybody sees you with different eyes because you now have a qualification to back you. That qualification happens with level 1. With level 2, you get an official qualification. You get a certificate. You can now teach others as well. You would take the same format of the calls, adapt it the way you want to adapt it, and go ahead and begin training sessions on your own as well. So not only can you charge for your sessions, you can also teach others this. Karma completion is about looking at certain aspects. Those aspects require that you spend some time on this one. Freedom, independence, empowerment. What could be simpler than remembering you can leave now and using it? That freedom, independence, empowerment is also just another way of being really cool, calm, collected, and confident in your life. Do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for the world. But come along, my darlings, when something is so simple, we need to have a practice that will take our knowledge in our head and put it into the owning up in our hearts. That journey from head to heart, where it becomes part of your life, requires that you be in a learning training program, which is what we're doing right now. I also want you all to take up my super duper offer, which combines level 1 and level 2 for 24 hours till tomorrow at just rupees 28,000 instead of rupees 49,000. Should you want to take up just level 1 and level 2, that would be rupees 19,000 for level 1 and rupees 19,000 for level 2. If you've worked with me, are familiar with Saturn's decrees, you are most welcome to take on level 2. If this is new for you, you need to do level 1 and level 2. I will repeat. The regular pricing is more than $700 or $49,000 for the entire set of work, which is 16 hours of work over 8 workshops. You also get a bonus of 3 Thursdays for Jupiter, for a group demolition code receiving and 2 for creation code receiving. These are part of the package. You take on the on-spot offer, it's only USD 414. You take on just one level, it's USD 277. Now, are all of y'all saying yes to this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Neelu, would you please remind everybody again as to what the charges are?
Yes, of course. And just to segregate them again for everyone, there are 2 levels. You can take level 1, you can take level 2, you can take them both combined. Level 2, as Nidhu has already mentioned, is if you've done the work before. If you're completely new to this, come in with level 1. Better yet, just take both in combination. So Nidhu, just recapitulating together. Basically, you have levels 1 and 2. I'm giving the combined reminder first, which includes 3 bonus distance remote group healings. Your regular price for that is 49,000 rupees or USD 705, and your special price for that is 28,000 rupees or USD 414 only. That's the combined set, and just taking you through the others as well. Sorry about that, right here. You have Saturn's decrees level 1, which is with group coaching, includes 3 bonus distance remote group healings. The regular price for that is 25,000 rupees or USD 360. The special price for you on this Tele Summit is 19,000 rupees or USD 277, and you have a whopping 24% saving with that. With this, you learn to heal yourself, your family, friends, pets, plants, digital equipment, the weather, anything and anyone. You'll have online group coaching via a setup called Instant Tele Seminar. The course duration is 8 hours over 4 days, and call recordings of all the sessions will be provided. You will also receive Nidhu's post-training support for a month, and she's available for queries for a lifetime, always. Really, I've permanent access to Nidhu for whenever you have queries. We've seen that happening from the beginning, from 3 years back, from the time that this certification course was first made and sent out. Then you have Saturn's decrees level 2. Special price for that, your regular offer is 29,000 rupees or USD 417. The special offer is 19,000 rupees or USD 277 only. There is another offer for you, which is the level 2 with personal coaching, which includes, again, 3 bonus distance remote group healings. The regular price for that is 1,04,000 or 1,495 USD. The special price for that is 44,000 rupees only and USD 633 only, with a huge 58% savings. Here you get to have personal training setups with Nidhu, and the time and date of that has not been given anywhere. for the simple reason that it will be done according to the time availability of both parties and time zones. And with that, yes, you get the same, you also get, of course, the same benefits as before. You have lifetime support with Nidhu.
Thank you, Neelu. Thank you. Thank you. My darlings, I'm so looking forward to meeting all of y'all in our group. We're going to be setting up our group on Telegram. Our calls will be on Instant Tele Seminar. It all starts on the 30th of May, so you have some time. There are also EMIs available for the payment plan. Just have a word with Amrish. He'll set that up for you. I also want to say that learning the process is one. The conversation around the process is another. So given that Jupiter's also retrograde, Jupiter's all about wealth and richness and growth, I thought that we would do our conversation around this work around monies. So not only will we learn, but we'll also get some monies. We'll also make some monies. We'll also open up to our money flows. While doing the work opens us up to everything, because the decrees work on all levels and aspects. It's just a special kind of conversation when we have a focus on it. So the focus of our conversation as we learn is to get, make, have, receive, share more monies. How much fun would that be?
Super awesome fun.
Thank you. Thank you. And before I leave, I want to give you the 2-word decree manifestation from Saturn's decrees. And those 2 words are what if. What if has normally been used as a question to prepare for the worst. When you use it as a decree, which is a command, a law, you use it as a statement. Oprah Winfrey said, you don't get what you want. You get what you believe. And you all will remember, what your words, they become your thoughts. What your thoughts, they become your beliefs. I want to leave you with one defining belief that we all have that I would like all of us to say bye to. And so here's our goodbye decree. What if there is nothing wrong with you? What if there is nothing wrong with you? What if there is nothing wrong with you? Thank you very much, my darlings. Thank you, Neelu. Wishing you a beautiful day, Ma. And speak to you all soon and see you all on the group. I'll be chatting with you all today as well as tomorrow to keep those questions flowing. I wish you a fantastic remaining day. Drink, eat, rest, be safe, be sexy. Bye, my darlings. Lots of love. Big hug. Namaste from India.
Thank you, Nidhu. Bye, everyone.